lost the wildness.
All right, good for Derek Shelton.
Hey, before we start, I want to acknowledge something that we honored today during the game. And Greg Johnson, 38 years, retiring. Very cool. G-Money, as I called him. Broke in a lot of managers. He broke me in, and he dealt with COVID last year probably as well as he could be around. Probably the nicest human being I've ever met. So it was pretty cool. I know he wants no recognition, but to acknowledge what he did and how he's done it, dude's a special dude. And I think if you ask anybody that's wore a Pirate uniform for the last 38 years, they will tell you that there's no better person that's worked here than Greg Johnson. So I think it's important to make sure that we honor him. All right, game.
Shelton, you talked in spring training about Chase DeYoung's fastball and how much it's improved in the past few years. How much did you see that today, and what does that kind of set him up to do with the arsenal he has on the breaking ball side?
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job today. Execution of the fastball was better. The breaking balls played after it. It's exactly what we saw in spring training. And, like I said pregame, he continues to make strides, and it's a ton of credit to him with everything he's worked through.
Shelton, how I don't know what the word would be, like baffling or surprising was it to see the guys struggle in the bullpen that did? Like Howard has been so solid all year. I know he bounced back and Holmes kind of helped him out, and the Crick struggled, and then Richie struggled. Like, I mean, how surprising was that those guys have been so reliable?
Yeah, they have been really reliable, and our bullpen's been outstanding. And I think if we thought we were going to go through the whole year and we weren't going to have, a tough outing by our bullpen, we would be kidding ourselves. And tonight we were just, we were a little bit challenged. We didn't make the final pitch to execute things, but as good as they've been all year, I mean, one game kind of got away from us.
When they have so many bases loaded situations that you get out of, but I think they left 12 runners on base. Do you start to worry that they're knocking on the door too many times and that something like that could happen?
Yeah, I think you just worry about, the fact that they just created that many opportunities. When that many opportunities are created, you start to think like, is it going to be a walk? Is it going to be a hit by pitch? Is it going to be a blue pitch? Something that happens. And we just, we've done a really good job of managing traffic. And today we just didn't do as good a job as we've done, the first however many games we've played.
Derek, what do you have to do to sort of snuff this out here and, sort of drive the point home that it is your best unit that just had a bad day at the office?
Yeah, I mean, just that. Move on from it. These guys have been really good. Trust them all. Like handing all of them the ball. Today we just didn't execute pitches, and just move on from it today. I think it's more the fact they've been as good as they've been than worry about one day.
Is there any explanation for it happening all on one day? You know what I'm saying? Like to Howard and Crick and Rodriguez. Like, can that stuff just kind of pile on top of one another?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you would prefer that it doesn't happen in one day, but today was just one of those days.
Shelton, going back to DeYoung real quick, he said in spring training, he was pretty blunt with us that he said he wasn't a good pitcher in 2019 and that, he believed in himself and he wanted to keep pitching. I mean, what does this journey that he's been on tell you about kind of his fortitude and his makeup?
I think he's got a ton of it. I think his makeup's off the charts. I don't think you're going to see a lot of guys that, are going to do and battle through what he went through. A lot of guys, probably just take it to the house and do something else with their career. I think he trusted in himself. He trusted in his ability. And because of that, he's back in the big leagues.
Do enough to earn another start. That was something Ben was saying, that they'd like to give him an extended look here because of he's out of option.
Yeah, I think we'll take a look at that. I mean, we got to get through the next couple of days, especially our bullpen's a little bit taxed. So I think we'll work through that. And as we get to the off day, make a decision.
Okay, all good for Shelty?
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, Chase DeYoung is here. And any questions for Chase?
Chase, after showing some improvements in spring training and at AAA, what was it like to finally get the opportunity to start with the Pirates today?
Anytime I get to take the ball on a major league mound is a privilege, and to be back here is exactly that. I didn't take it lightly. I really enjoyed being back out there with another team, and I just consider myself very blessed to have this opportunity.
Chase, I know it's tough to consider this a stable environment because you've you did alternate side stuff, minor leagues, now you're up again. But is there some stability compared to where you were at in the last couple months for you with this organization? And has that helped to sort of hone in on what the things you did to get better?
That's a good question. I know if you're looking for stability in this game, good luck. This is a tough industry. My career is a fine example of that. I've kind of internalized the fact that I've had to kind of take the grinder mentality, and yeah, alt site, taxi squad, up and down, things like that. Just to answer your question, no, there isn't really stability in any of this, but I knew that what I kind of figured out in spring training and what I was able to take into the alternate site and into AAA was a good thing. It was something to build off of, and it's something I'm proud of. And then just to come out here today, work with Stallings, be able to get through a lineup a few times, and cover my innings and keep the team in the game. We set out with that as our goal, and Stallings and I were able to navigate through 5 today, which was really good.
Chase, how much did you feel like you could build off of what happened in the 4th inning? I mean, you gave up a run, but then you got out of a pretty big jam there, the strikeout at the end.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's a momentum builder, I mean, be able to get out of that like that, that's you definitely want to build off of it. That adrenaline, stuff like that. Wanted to make sure you take the ball the next inning and stay within yourself. You don't want to get too high, but yeah, be able to ride that wave. I mean, that's good stuff happening, and you just want to keep it going.
What do you think your opportunity here is? Charrington said before the game that there's maybe a chance for you to get a run of starts. What do you think the future might hold?
I haven't really been told anything other than I was pitching today, and today went well, so hopefully I've earned another one. I don't know yet. They'll let me know. So yeah, plan is just continue to do our work that we've been doing, building off of the solid spring alt site and AAA season, and just keep earning the next start.
Chase, Shelton talked about your fastball execution improving from when he saw you in Minnesota. You ran it up to 95 today in cold weather, and you were able to set up hooks with it, throw it for swinging strikes. I mean, how far has that pitch come in terms of location and how it plays right now?
I am a completely different pitcher than the last time Shelton saw me in a big league uniform. We actually had a good joke about that today in the dugout afterwards. He pulled me, we get through the inning. He comes over and shakes my hand, and I initiated. I said, "I'm a lot better than the last time you saw me in a big league uni." And he goes, "You're way better." So that's just a lot of the hard work that's been a part of this 2-year journey with me, from having to go to independent ball, reinventing myself, getting into my legs. The velo jump is a big thing, and now understanding my characteristics of my pitches, being able to set stuff up. Again, Stallings did a great job today. We haven't worked together in a while, right? But we talked about it before the game in our meeting. Just, hey, this is what I like to do. This is the things that I've done in the last little while that has offered success to me. And he's a great game caller, and we were able to go back there, use the fastball up and down, and both breaking balls are working really well today. So again, being able to navigate through 5 innings, keep the team in the game, that was goals 1 and 1B, and that was we did a good job of that today.
Chase, you mentioned your journey. At any point today, did you step back and take it all in?
I did. When I came out, and then once we finished that 6th, I kind of took a breath, and I internalized it. I was like, you know what? This game is a fleeting industry, right? We talked about being able to get here consistently and have opportunity, and I took it all in. I was proud of myself and my support system for helping me get back here, and then to go out there and have a good start today was really a nice moment. So yes, I internalized that. I also got to take a picture with my 3-month-old son after the game. This was his first major league game, so he got to be here he's 3 months old, so he didn't really watch Daddy, but he got to be here and be in the stadium for that moment, which was really, really a cool thing for me. So yeah, thanks for asking that.
Chase, I know it's probably not your focus while you're pitching for the Pirates today is focused in on the game, but did you think at all big picture this might be an audition for all major league teams?
It always is. You know, this is my 5th consecutive year making it to the major leagues, and this is my 4th team in the big leagues, right? I mean, Seattle, Minnesota, Houston, and now Pittsburgh. I have to take that mentality. It's always a job interview. Every time you step on the mound, it's somebody's watching, and you know, you're competing for the next contract. That's just part of the game at this level, and how I pitch, and where I'm at in my career. And it's a good thing, because that puts it in my court, where it's like, you know what, if I can do well, then you know I can keep this job a little longer.
But you also know there's opportunity with Cahill on the IL and Brubaker went on bereavement leave. I mean, there's an opportunity possibly to get another start here very soon.
Yeah, it's a long season, man. I mean, just talking spring training about, you know, the innings that we need to cover from ramping up from a 60-game season last year to, you know, now we're playing a full 162. There are innings to be covered, and that's all I was trying to do in signing here, was to make sure that I earned one of those opportunities to make the most of what I was given, and cover those innings for a team that would need them eventually.
All good for Chase? Okay.
Thanks, Chase.
Hello, everyone. Any questions for Rich Rod?
Richard, it had been so long, I think, like since the first game of the year that you had walked somebody. What was that battle like with Ryan McMahon, and how important was that to kind of, you know, get you off your game or whatever?
Ha sido un tiempo largo que no te hemos visto caminar a alguien en un juego. ¿Cómo fue esa batalla en contra de Blackman y what was the other? Blackman and McMahon. Y McMahon.
Sí, tenía un tiempo que no me llegaba un corredor a base así de esa manera, de mandar la 4 malas. Yo te digo, todo puede suceder durante un juego. No puedo decir que nunca va a pasar nada. Ya lo que pasó, pasó hoy. No hay que darle mucha mente. Todos los días no se gana. Y siempre yo sigo con mi mente en alta y a seguir ayudando al equipo.
Most definitely. It's been a very long time since I've ever walked anyone or even just gone through an outing like that. But it's part of the game, and I'm out here competing. I'm giving everything I have, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with the W today, but my drive and my heart and my passion is always to win and to help this team win. Unfortunately, it didn't work out our way.
Rich, the bullpen unit as a whole has sort of been the strongest, just group in the whole roster. How important is it to sort of, just because you use so many of those guys like yourself that pitch in these high leverage situations, how important is it to sort of wash this and just kind of get back to the other 99% of what you've been doing?
Obviamente durante esta temporada el bullpen de nosotros ha estado bien fuerte, ha estado lanzando muy bien. Qué difícil se va a hacer regresar a ese 99% que tú siempre nos das, y que el bullpen siempre logra dar al equipo. Qué difícil se va a hacer para el bullpen regresar a esa atmósfera, y empezando contigo.
La verdad es que eso no es nada difícil, volver a como estaba el bullpen. Eso no es nada nos tiene que cambiar nosotros, todo puede pasar en el juego. Lo que estamos jugando somos nosotros, que estamos ahí dando el 100% para ayudar al equipo. Muchas cosas, muchos comentarios negativos. No hay que darle mente a lo que la gente hable, simplemente seguir trabajando. Yo sé que nosotros vamos para adelante y nosotros tenemos un buen bullpen. Yo mismo, pasó lo que pasó hoy. Como dije, no tengo que darle mente a lo que pasó hoy. Fue un juego que perdí hoy. Y eso no quiere decir que yo tenga que bajar la cabeza. Yo sigo para adelante. Yo soy un caballo.
No, most definitely. The bullpen. I don't think there's any adjustments that we got to do. the guys out there, they're giving their 100%, including myself. I'm giving my 100%. All those guys out there in our bullpen are giving 100%. And, even though we didn't come out with the win today, I don't think there's anything that we really have to do or any adjustments we have to do. We just got to keep, giving our very best and continue giving our 100%, continue with our preparation, continue with our game plan, continue with the way that we're studying the game, the way that we're going out there and executing. And, this game's tough. This isn't an easy game. This is a tough game. And, I don't think that this has a huge reflection, on us. This is something that we'll evaluate, we'll study, and we'll come back, stronger and even more equipped. When it comes to me, I just got to remain focused. I'm not going to put too much mindset into this. What happened today happened. I got to move on, continue positive, continue with my execution, continue with my game plan, and come back stronger. But this isn't something where I'm going to, become discouraged and drop my head. Nah, man, I'm always going for me, and I'm a huge believer in myself. So I'm not discouraged by this at all.
All right, for Rich, all good?
Thanks, Richard.
Thank you.
Thanks, Richie. Thanks, Mike.